Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to create your own artwork, 2D artwork, and export into a sprite sheet. And later on we are going to kind of intro a little bit on Unity, how to import your assets and make a simple animation. Yeah. Okay, so let me show you the second one, enemy. I need to turn off. Okay, so yeah. And add rigid body 2D and bus collider 2D, and make sure the rigid body 2D is kinematic. Okay, let's start it. Okay, so how I made this sprite sheet. First of all, it takes a lot of time. I would say it took me probably 3 days, like adjusting everything, and I can tell you my tricks. First, if I draw, okay, so this one, basically I use, if you see my my characters, I use 16 by 16 pixel canvas, because if you use 16 by 16 pixel, like you use 1 pixel and start drawing, everything looks perfect, because like you see, like if you use like a 2 pixel, then some of them you see like a 2 pixel is like a 2 by 2, right? 2 by 2 pixel. So you see some of them will be 1, some of them will be 2, and everything will not look as good as 1 by 1. So I would highly suggest it. If you want to draw the character, I suggest you to do like a 16 by 16, and later on basically my canvas you look right now is 64 by 64. Like I unify all the assets, all my assets. I can show you all my assets, from walls, exit, to the characters, to food, to enemy, to floor tiles. I use basically 64 by 64. Why I use 64 by 64 is because the reason why is because the resolution is higher. So if you import into Unity, then you can see more about it, because before I use 16 by 16 canvas and I import into Unity, it looks like a super small dot and kind of animate itself. So that's why I think you couldn't really see anything. So I enlarge the canvas into 64 by 64, 64 by 64. And then I re-imported all the assets I have, and then I redraw it. Okay, so as for wall, you can use like 3 colors and start like for example, like you use 1 color and start lighting up the top, and then you use like a darker gray to put like under, and make sure like the edge, you can kind of like take out the edge, because like before I kind of draw a box around the edge, and when tiling up, it will double the edge, so it will looks really ugly. So that's why I kind of like break up a little bit. So if you want to see a difference between this, the first tile and second tile is some green, it's like a grass or some little green stuff, so you can feel the difference. But basically I did like probably like 12 different tiles, then I add some grass, yeah, so it becomes like other stuff. Okay, so this is the exit. So basically I draw a stone, and then I draw this, and I kind of use Y to make an arrow. Then I use 16 by 16 because I to draw the character, because 1 pixel will look much better and larger in the canvas. So that's why I use 16 by 16, and later on I copy and paste to the 64 by 64 canvas. So basically all you see from here, from 1 to 47, it's all 64 by 64. Yeah, so basically, okay, so then I drew like potatoes, because I believe that if we want to survive in Mars, then potato and beers are the best food you can bring. I think probably potatoes, but I don't know. I just think potato with beers might be like a pretty good combination for the cave. So you can basically get some nutrition or some food while you are in the cave. And those are the tiles, floor tiles. Basically, I use a few colors and I kind of draw randomly for the tiles. Yeah, and there are 8 tiles. Okay, so how I export this to a sprite sheet. Okay, so you go here, file, and then export sprite sheet. And then remember this, you set by rows, and you have 8 columns. Yeah, I calculate if I have 8 in a row, it's 512. 64 times 8, I think. Yeah. Okay, so you can calculate. Yeah, you need to do some math at this point. Yeah. Okay, so you export. So you see, everything tells for you. So you can from here see, like this one is the this one is the first one, and second one, third one, fourth one. So Aesprite will tile it for you, and you can kind of save it as PNG, or you export whatever you want to do. So I usually save it as PNG. Okay, so I will do like I think maybe 4 guys, because I will already use all the numbers. Okay, so when you go here, basically you can get PNG files. Yeah. Okay, so this is our PNG files. Then later on, we are going to import this into Unity, and then make player and enemy, like 2 of them, like start animate. Okay, so you go to assets folder. Okay, so this is what I've kind of like practice or do a little bit before the class, and later on I will redo it for you, but I just want to explain that we can start like slicing all the little sprites, from big sprite sheet to you see, you need to set a sprite and multiply, and later on you go to edit and then start slicing it. And then okay, and then we drag all the our sprite sheet into animation and create empty object and to hold the animation and animator controller. So you can see like yeah, you can see like that. And today we just talk about the setup. Okay, so let's open another new one. Okay, save. Okay, save. Another new one. Okay, so let's, yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, so how can we do this? Maybe I did it. I think I have too many folders. Okay, so let's do another folder. Folder 2. Assets 2. Okay, and then I will do a lot of like something called 2. Okay, prefab 2. If you see 2, it means that something that is like I create for this class. Okay, I just don't wanna overlay with whatever I created. Okay, so animator and animation. Okay, so everything we will store into the number 2. Okay, so first go to asset 2, and then we import the sprite design, the little thing that we done. Okay, get here. Okay, cool. So this is our sprite sheet. Okay, so you see, this is not sliced yet. Okay, so when I click this and make sure it's on sprite 2D and UI, and then single, make sure it's multiply, because we want to slice it. Okay, so we go to sprite editor. Oh, remember to hit apply, and go to slice. Okay, now automatic count. Okay, so how many counts? I think it's 8 by 8. Okay, let's do it. 8 by 8. Slice. Yeah, so 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, so 8 by 8. Okay, so you slice and then you apply. Okay, so when you click here, everything just slice for you. It's a magic. Okay, so that's the asset part. Then we are going to create player animation. Okay, so rename it player. By the way, we need to retag those and put the layers. Okay, so we just add some different tags. For example, like a beer, potato, and exit. So you see, this is beer tag, this is potato tag, and exit tag. So we can have some different tags. For example, like you can add like a wall tag. I think wall tag might be wall, or plant, or road, or yeah, you can name whatever you want, but I mean, I just wanna say that it's really easy to sort your character, or your food, or your kind of like a wall, or your ground. So later on when you code, it's easier to just like find the tag and do something about the assets, so it's easier. Okay, so there we will add some different layers, for example, like blocking layers. Okay, so what's blocking layers? Blocking layers is something that you cannot walk. So yeah, so of course, how can you walk? It's like you cannot walk through yourself, right? So yeah, so it's called blocking. Yeah. Okay, so player, we are going to have different animations. For example, like loss for while be idling. So go here and then we go here. So player idle. Okay, so this is called player idle. So we basically drag those four and into here and create animation. But if you go here, there's Animator Controller. We can drag the Animator Controller to, I think there. Okay, I think the name is not really good. I need to rename it to 2. Okay, so we go here and we drag Animator to the Animator folder 2. So what we are doing is that we are trying to collect all the animations for the players. Okay, so let's go to here and then go here. This is like a player attacked, or you can say player chop, or yeah, so let's do it. Player, go to animation to player chop. Okay, player chop. And then those like a player hit, because like they got hit. Okay, so let's go to the assets. Let's go to animation. Player hit. Okay, so let's see. Player idle, player hit, player chop, player hit, player. I think I did the wrong one. Sorry. Okay, so I need to put this one to Animator Controller. So you can see like there are 3 animation clips. One is called player idle, which plays like you can totally see from here, I think. Okay, so I need to save the scene first. Save the scene. Oh, save the scene. Okay. Okay. Simple 2. Okay, so simple 2. Okay, so you can basically go here and see the detail. Yeah, I know it's too small, still too small, right? I use like 60 by 64 by 64 pixels. Looks still small, so I'm going to change X and Y into 2, 2. Okay, so let's see. It will look a little bigger, a little bit bigger. Yeah, so you can see like this is idle. I know it looks walking, but I mean like it looks cool. Just see him chilling here. Okay, so this is the player. Okay, after we done player, we drag into Prefab 2, and then we go back and create our, delete it. Okay, so, okay, not yet. Okay, sorry. Okay, so basically we create all the animation, right? Then we need to kind of take it and layer it, and then later on we can apply it. It's fine. Okay, so then okay, so the sorting, we need to add different sorting layers for floor, items, and unit. Okay, so basically those are, floor is for floor. Items, it's for like a potatoes and beers, and units. So we use units for the player, and then player animation, and we need to add box collider 2D, and then make sure the size, because we want to just be a little smaller than the animation, so or the whole image. So that's why we use like a 0.6 by 0.6. You will see like everything looks pretty nice. Yeah, so you see like the green one is the box collider. So the collider is slightly below the real size character. So you will not like doing some weird things. Okay, so let's do it. Rigid body 2D. Okay, so make sure it's in kinematic, because kinematic is that you can basically use code to control the movement without any physics interrupt, because we don't want when the character got hit, got chopped, and it will do some weird things if you do like the like a gravity stuff. So actually there's no gravity, but if you use other stuff, this might not go right. So make sure it's kinematic, so you can only use code to control it. Okay, so yeah, so it looks good. Okay, so let's test it out. Yeah, so it will look like this, right? Okay, so let's do the second one. Second one will be code enemy. Let's create an empty, and then let's rename it code enemy. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so let's do this to this, and then let's drag it enemy. Okay, so here enemy animation to enemy. Okay, so enemy idle. Okay, so let's do it. Enemy idle. Okay, enemy idle. That's put it into enemy. There's no enemy, right? So we might need to create another one. Go here. And okay. So this is enemy. And then let's do another stuff, enemy, and then we do enemy chop. Okay, enemy chop, enemy animation, enemy chop, enemy chop, and then make sure enemy we have like a tag called enemy. Okay, where's the enemy? Okay, enemy, and blocking there, and so let's do units. Okay, add rigid body 2D, and make sure it's kinematic, and we do like a box collider 2D, and then we do like 0.6 by 0.6. And then let's make sure this is 2, so you will look a little larger. Yeah, cool. Okay, save it. and start playing. Oh, okay. Okay, so do you feel that the animation is a little too fast? Okay, how to solve it? This, you go here and then go to, for example, like, I think enemy idle is to, okay, so let's go to Animator Controller. Okay, put enemy controller to Animator Controller. Okay, let's go to enemy. Okay, enemy idle, and then we change the speed. This is the controller, by the way. A controller will control all the clips, the animation clips. So enemy idle, this is one. That's make it half of the speed. Yeah, and then here, player idle. Let's make it half of the speed, so it won't look too funky. Okay, so let's see, enemy. You see, a little slower, right? It feels right? Okay, so let's drag it to prefab to. And here, let's take a look about the player. So oh shit. Okay, before I add a bunch of stuff and I forget to apply, so remember to apply it, or you will lose all the stuff once you delete it. Okay, let's redo it again. Okay, rigid body 2D, dynamic, kinematic, 222.0. Yeah, everything looks just about right. Okay, sorting layer. Okay, let's make it units. Apply. Okay, make sure this looks blue. Okay, so this is blue, right? So let's see if everything works well. Yeah, you see, it looks slower, so it looks right. Okay, so today we just talk about how to make stuff or export your arts. Yeah, basically I did this is the third time that I did the wall. I did the wall. The first time looks super ugly. Second time looks fine. Third time looks like a wall. So you need, basically what I suggest is like you did a lot. You just practice. You will never hit it the first time. So you might as well just look up online and type like a sprite, 2D sprite design, 2D sprite wall on Google search, and you will see a lot of different designs, and you can look at that and start drawing it, and use kind of like maximum you use like 4 colors. You will still look right, like the gray tone, the highlights, kind of like the shade, and then the emphasize, like the dark one. So basically I use 3, and then another one I use like a little green stuff to, so and then the ground I basically put like brown as my base, and then I put some light brown and greens, so, or like the kind of like the area where there's no grass, so I put gray. So you can do like a different combination. And as for beers and potato, I pretty much look up Google image, and I kind of trying to figure it out. I know it looks like a little bit like a popcorn chicken, and I think beer looks pretty good, but I think potatoes, it's so hard to draw a circle or oval inside pixel art. But I mean, that's something different, and maybe you can eat it, right? It looks pretty friendly, so it looks like a food. Okay, so so thank you for watching today's tutorial, and hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.